Welcome. In this video I'm going to be taking a look at this TrixHub TH006 rechargeable LED flashlight. This was provided to me by the distributor, but they're not compensating me for this video and they're not reviewing it before I post it. If you find this video helpful and you want to purchase one of these, I'll put a link to it in the description, and if you use that link it helps me out a little bit and doesn't cost you anything extra. So we have some specs on the side, you can read through those, but I'll go over a couple. Weight's just under half a kilogram, it's made of aluminum. Light source is 10 watt LED and 4 watt SMD LED, has 4 lighting modes. Battery is 6-piece 18650 lithium ion. It's zoomable, has a power display, high lumens, rechargeable, and it can act as a power bank. So let's get this open. Here we have the manual. Let's take a quick look at it. So we can see the different parts here. Here we have specs again. Charging time is 6 hours. It has an IPX5 waterproof rating. Has one click turn off. So when you click on this, I'm guessing it switches between the modes. But if it's been on for 5 seconds, when you click it, it will turn it off. So if it's on and you want to turn it off quickly, you just press the button and it will shut off. You pull the front to zoom in and out. I'll demonstrate how to charge it here. So let's take a look at the light. So this is nice and hefty. Get a tape measure here. Now it had the specs for the size, but sometimes it's nice to look at it here. This is a little bit over 8 inches and it's about 1 3/4 wide there. That's going to be around 2 inches. Now when this is fully extended, this is around 9 inches. So this is glow in the dark here. So if you turn it on, turn it off, those will glow so you can still see it. Has a side light. You can see the LED in the front. On the back we have the charge port there. So this charges with USB Type-C, but it has a USB-A port so you can charge devices with it. Has a little cap here to remove. Let's pull that open. And let's press the button to turn it on, so that turned on very quick. I'll press it again, it'll switch mode. So we had high, we had low, and here we have side light, and we have red flashing light. So this will adjust, and I'm going to show this more. I'm just demonstrating the modes here. So we can adjust this to a dot or wide. So if you want a spotlight far away, you can do this mode, or you can have it wide. Now since it had been 5 seconds since I switched the modes, it turned off. Of course we have that side light there. So if you are, say, camping and cooking dinner, you could have this have the light on the side. And then if you had an emergency, you could set that on the side of the road and it would flash to alert drivers that you're broke down or something. Now on the back, boy, this is not showing up. Okay, so I went to a wider view and we can see that. So this is the display. It's flashing on the camera, but you don't see it flashing in person. And it has 84% battery. I really like that. Say you're going camping or going out on a job, you can look at it and see if you have charge. Now this has 6 18650s in here, so it's a lot. It's set on the low mode. It can run for 30 hours, so it has very long run time. Let's try charging it. So you want to use a phone charger. I have this USB charger here. I'll open this up and plug in. It's showing it's charging. There's a little lightning bolt here, and it's currently charging at 0.54 amps. Now if we wanted to charge a phone with this, we could plug in here. I have a little lightning cable here. I could use this to charge a phone. I'm going to turn the lights off and we'll look at this against the wall, and then I'll take it out at night and I'll demonstrate it at further distance. And I think I have enough battery in here at 85% to demonstrate it. So I've shut the lights off and you can see this is glowing around the perimeter where those strips are. Okay, so I'm around 4 foot from this wall and the light's around 4 foot from the wall. And you can see I do have a little bit of ambient light coming in here from the side, but I'll turn this on. So the ring is kind of out of frame. It's maybe 5 foot across. But I can zoom that in to this spot. So this is pretty even here, and then you kind of have a little bit of a rainbow effect around the perimeter. But that gives you a nice range. Press it again. This is the low mode. So if I was walking through the woods, I'd probably use the low mode. If I wanted something far away, I'd probably use the high mode. So let's do the side light. So this is the side light. It's a very even light. And here's the red light. It's kind of hard to show against the wall, but I'll demonstrate that outside. Okay, so I'm outside at night and I'm at the end of my driveway and I'm about 50 foot from the garage doors in front of me. So I'll turn this light on and we're in the wide mode. And now this circle is more or less filling up the entire driveway. It's very wide. So now I'll tighten it up. And here we have maybe a 2 foot dot on the doors. It's very bright. Of course we can vary this, so if I just want to do a single door I can do that. I can do the width of both doors, or I can do the whole driveway. Very, very bright. So now let's switch it on the second mode. So this is the lower mode. And we'll do that single bright light. And that's still very bright on the low mode. Now when we widen it out, it's going to not be as bright. But if you're, say, walking down a trail in the woods at night, this is a nice level we're at. So this is the side white light, and it's kind of hard to demonstrate on the driveway here. You might see that it's lighting it up, but I'm going to turn the red light on and I'll put it at the end of the garage. Okay, so now you can see this red blinking in the middle of the garage doors, and that's very visible, especially in person. If that were on the side of a highway, I think it would be very visible for someone driving down the road. Okay, so here I have the side light lighting up this tire. So if you had a flat tire and you had to change it, this would be a good light mode to use for that. This could also be a good general purpose work light. So if you're doing plumbing work, appliance repair, I think this is probably the mode you'd want to go with. So that's the TrixHub TH006 rechargeable LED flashlight. I really like how easy this is to use. You just have single button presses on the power button to turn it on and off. It has a nice variety of modes. You have the main light that is adjustable, and then you have the side light and the flashing light. Now this is not a super compact flashlight that you might use for everyday carry in your pocket, but certainly you could put this in a work bag or a backpack. I could see this being used by someone like a lineman, where if you're looking on the ground for, say, a drop tool, you could have it wide, but if you need to look at the top of a pole, you can zoom that in real tight. This would be great for camping. You could use it wide walking down the trail, and if you want to look at something at a distance, you could focus it. And of course, for repair, you could turn on that side light, set that down next to your work, and it's going to illuminate the area. And this has a really nice long run time on it for those long projects. And having the gauge on the back, you're going to know if it's charged up or not. So that's all I'm going to be covering in this video. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comments. If you like this video, please click like. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, I'd appreciate if you could do that. Thanks for watching. Until next time, goodbye.